Welcome to JMW's Inside Man YouTube channel. So the Renters Reform Bill has had its second reading in the House of Commons, and there were some that thought it wouldn't get that far. Hannah Lavelle is a solicitor within JMW's property litigation team. So Hannah, you and I know that Section 21 notices are eviction notices. What's the latest then with Section 21?
So, Dom, last weekend, following the government publishing their response to the Levelling Up Housing and Communities Committee report, there were numerous articles published by landlord representatives hailing what was called an indefinite stay on the abolishment of Section 21 notices whilst the court system goes under reform. I would suggest this is probably too much of an optimistic approach to be taken, as what is clear is that the government does not want to stay the abolishment of Section 21 notices any longer than necessary. The government did, however, outline 4 target areas for the courts. The first being digitalisation of the court process to make it simpler and easier for landlords to use. Secondly, prioritisation of certain cases, specifically antisocial behaviour. Thirdly, improving bailiff recruitment and retention. And finally, providing early legal access and better signposting for tenants. At present, there is no clear clarity on exactly how the target areas will be measured and when the courts will be deemed sufficiently improved to allow the abolishment of Section 21 notices. It is likely the government will already claim they are making progress in relation to antisocial behaviour prioritisation, bailiff recruitment and signposting for tenants. It remains, therefore, to be seen how the government will work alongside the various other governmental departments to deliver on these targets. Essentially, the government will be marking its own homework without clear criteria. Also, if there is a new Labour government next autumn, they will not be bound by the current government's criteria and could bring forward any abolishment to Section 21 notices.
And I've read in one of the articles that you've recently written that students might be treated differently. Can you just tell me a little bit about that, please, Hannah?
Yes, so since the publication of the bill originally, landlord representatives have been lobbying against the government in relation to much needed amendment to the treatment of the private student rental sector. There was an overwhelming concern that the bill as drafted will result in a housing crisis in the student sector, as landlords will be unable to obtain vacant possession of their properties in advance of the new academic year with the abolishment of fixed-term tenancies and Section 21 notices. Whilst the government have reaffirmed their position that purpose-built student accommodation, so that owned by the universities, should be exempt from the bill and treated differently to the private student rental market, there has been a welcome introduction in the form of a new ground for possession, which can be used by private student landlords. The National Residential Landlords Association has provided a suggestion which may inform future government drafting. What is clear is that fixed-term tenancies will be abolished and student landlords will be unable to demand a specific date at the commencement of the tenancy that their property should be returned.
Hannah, thank you for your insight. If you'd like to contact Hannah and the property litigation team, you can email insideman@jmw.co.uk or call 0161 82 81 999. Please also subscribe to the JMW Inside Man YouTube channel for the latest legal news, hints and tips. I'm Dominic Walker, JMW's Inside Man.